here's the big idea. Okay, so I'm going to make a new timeline, and really, what I end up doing is just pretend like this is all your footage, right? Is I just grab the footage in whatever order it was shot in, and so usually by like clip name is fine, and just throw it into a timeline. And so this is what like the old school editors would call a string out. And so this is basically just all of your footage in a timeline. And the advantage here is that you can quickly scrub through it and find stuff without having to like double click and open it and then double click and open it like that. So it's just already saves time. Okay. So what's great about this is and it kind of depends on your what you prefer. Some people like to go through and they like to make markers on this. So, for instance, like, pretend this is 5 hours of footage, but you go through and you're like, all right, this is a great shot of the steak. You can hit M for marker, hit it twice and say steak, right? Okay, here's the lady. All right, and let's do one more. Here's the saw. Okay, so that goes pretty quick. You can also, if you zoom in here, if you hold Alt, you can grab one side of the marker and drag it, and that makes a duration marker. And so that can kind of show you like how long it is, right? What's cool is you can go to your index up here and go to markers, and you have a list of all of the things. And so you can search them. So steak, right? Click on that, and that will jump to that place in your timeline. It's kind of two steps. One is putting it in the timeline and then going through and just marking things that you like. And then two, you can go through and kind of figure out what you want to grab. So what we did a lot was we would throw all of the footage into a timeline. And when you have multiple cameras, you need to sync up the cameras, right? And so we'd have multiple different shots and we would have to sync them up, in time on the timeline. And what's annoying is, you can't really do that with the clips. Like you can't do that. You can make a multicam clip, and that works too. But it's nice to have everything kind of just laid out in sync. And then if you like a part, you can chop it up like here, and grab this and copy it and then paste it into another timeline if you want to. But you always have this as a backup because if you realize like, oh, I actually, like I deleted this camera angle on the other timeline. Oh, well, I can go back to this timeline and find that again. There's always a backup, which is what we were talking about with the duplicating stuff. So this is what we would call we used to call this like a raw timeline, but that's confusing with camera raw and stuff. So you could call this just like B-roll or something, B-roll string out maybe, and then you always have that. And then what you do is you go through and you find you do all your markers or whatever, all the parts that you like, and then you'll have another timeline that's your main edit. And what some people like to do is have these like stacked in like this. You can have your main timeline and then let's do like the B-roll string out, right? And so you can have this one and then you copy this, Control C, come over here, Control V, and you paste it in, and then you can kind of put it into your edit. And you always have this backup right there. Now, kind of a tweak of this that I like, and it depends on how you want to do it. Like if you really like going through a list of things and just being able to like find it like that, this is really nice. The other thing that I like to do that can be helpful is you can go to your effects and go to generators, or no, just go to effects and find an adjustment clip and bring this down. And what's cool about an adjustment clip, like usually this is used to put like an effect on or something that's going to affect anything below it, but you don't have to put anything on it. And so what I like to do is go to this adjustment clip and go to the file part of this inspector, and you can change the clip color and you can name it something. So like lady explains. And what it does is you can kind of like make this small. There's a little label right here on the timeline, right? And so you can easily read it right there. Now, what's nice about this that you don't get with the markers is when you chop this up and you copy it and paste it into something, you have this label right there. And so what's nice is you save a lot of time playing through this because you can see visually really quickly just by looking at the timeline what this is. This is especially really helpful for like voiceover. And so you'll
Mhm.
have, all of your lines and you can just kind of type your lines here. You can also do this with transcription nowadays. Um, and that works pretty well too. But like this is a great way you know, to have this on the timeline and then you can visually see where everything is without having to play it back and
Yeah.
actually look at it. You can just be like, oh, where's that part where the lady explains? Okay, it's right here. Great.
Mhm.
This is also
Mhm.
really great for if you're going to rough out a video, if you have like sections, right? And so what I mean is like, okay, this part right here maybe has, this is the intro, let's say. Okay. And then this is, the reasons it's great or whatever. And then this part is the outro, whatever. Like you can make that happen. And then you can see visually how long things are and what order they're in without having to go through and actually play it back. And every bit of time that you save, actually going through and playing this back, even though this is a 30-second long thing, the more time you say, like you save 30 seconds every time you go, oh, the reasons are here. You know what I mean?
If this kind of feedback is helpful, we do coaching calls like this all the time in Ground Control Film School. It's designed to help you make better videos way faster. Check out the link below.